Today, I'm going to introduce to you a very important person for the hotel management students. I have the honor of inviting Chef Parvinder Singh Bali. He is the corporate chef, learning and development. He is associated with the Oberoi Group of Hotels for very many long years, and he is currently the corporate chef of Center Learning and Development, Oberoi Center of Learning and Development at Delhi. And he is going to be joining us on the Zoom now, and he will be sharing with you all the ideas and how it is to be in the industry, what the industry actually looks at. If you are going to join the hotel industry, how you should prepare yourself. So all these things he's going to discuss with you. He's a very good friend of mine. That is also a very interesting thing of my association with him for many years. We were batchmates in our hotel management days, hostel mates, and I have known him as a very good human being. So just to tell you something about Chef Bali, he basically is from Kashmir, and then he joined, he initially thought he'd go for medicine, but parents wanted him to be an engineer. He thought he'll go for medicine. Finally, he became a chef. So that's, how destiny takes us sometimes. But I think he has never regretted not being a doctor or an engineer, because as a chef, he's been doing wonders all around the world. And just to tell briefly about him, he graduated from IHM Kolkata in 1993 and joined Oberoi, then it was Oberoi School of Hotel Management, OSHM, which has now become Oberoi Center of Learning and Development. And he joined in the kitchen. Then after passing out as a gold medalist from Oberoi School of Hotel Management, in 1995, he joined Oberoi New Delhi. And he started working there. Then he got a gold medal at the Oberoi Culinary Olympics in 1996. He moved to Kolkata and joined Oberoi Grand in 1998 as the youngest and the first pastry chef of Oberoi Hotels Group. Then he was sent to Australia to train with the best chefs in 2001. After that, for 2 years, he tried out his hand in ITC hotels as an opening chef of ITC Sonar in Kolkata, where he worked till 2004. And then he had been touring various countries for organizing food festivals, Indian food promotions. He visited Brunei, Dar es Salaam to do these things. He opened an institute in Taipei. He visited various countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia for his Oriental cuisine exposure. He is associated with culinary schools such as Mauzi Sebes in Argentina, Cordon Bleu in London, Culinary Institute of America, New York, where he visits as an external faculty to take culinary classes for professional chefs. No mean achievement that, huh? And he's represented India in World Skills Competition in Leipzig as an expert. Then he can speak various languages. So when he'll be taking some sessions with you in subsequent years, I'll be inviting him. So he will be interacting with you in English, Hindi, Bengali, whatever is a comfortable language for you all. He has authored 5 books, which are used as textbooks of food production in various colleges all over India, in Kenya, Nepal, and Malaysia. And in Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management, we use 2 of his books, which are very important for students to learn hotel management. Chef Bali at the moment is working with Oberoi Center of Learning and Development as a corporate chef, learning and development. And he has completed his pro certification level 2 from Culinary Institute of America. He is one of the only 3 chefs in India to have professionally certified by CIA and American Culinary Federation. He's also a health freak. He bikes a lot. He moves around various places with his biking, cycling, and all that. And okay, so I think that is more than enough at the moment. So I On behalf of Guru Nanak Institute Hotel Management family, I heartily welcome Chef Bali to address our new students, fresher students of 2020 batch. Over to you, Chef Bali.
Hi, thank you, Aniruddha, and very good afternoon to everyone present here. And especially the first day is very special, you know, when you're starting to build your career in something that is unknown. It really takes me back to the day when I first was standing at the gate of IHM Taratala. That is where I graduated from. I did my hotel management from IHM Taratala in Calcutta. And I had no clue about what hospitality was all about. Because I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, I was doing my mechanical engineering in Kashmir, and I got through hotel management. So I said, why not go there? Because I will have to only wash couple of utensils, make few dishes, and I will have enough time in my life to study about my medical ventures. So there I was standing at the gates on my first day. And, you know, I had come from Kashmir. I did not have a hostel. I just had landed up there and I was 1 month late because that time there was trouble going in Kashmir. And as I was first time out of my comfort zone because my father was an army officer. So, you know, I had never stepped out of a cantonment. So I was like completely in a new place, new culture. Everything was new for me. And, you know, I was coming from Kashmir, so which you take a train from Jammu. And it's such an interesting, you know, experiences that I've had coming from Jammu to Kolkata. And one was about this tea that you used to get in a cooler. I'm talking about 1990. I mean, I'm sure that many of you joined them. But very interesting thought about the chai in a cooler. So when I started from Jammu, the size of the cooler approach towards Calcutta, the size of the cooler got smaller and smaller. And finally, when I landed up in Calcutta, I'm not joking, the cooler was only 2 inch taller with hardly 2 sips of tea. I thanked myself that, you know, the train doesn't go farther than this because I don't know what the cooler size is going to remain like. So that was my first interaction with Calcutta. And I landed up at the college gate and there were 2-3 seniors sitting out who were trying to rag me. And they asked me some questions which of course went just above my head because they were very technical. So when Aniruddha was introducing me, I'm sure there were a lot of technical things in that, which all sounded Greek to you. It did sound like that I have a lot of, you know, accolades to my this thing. But let me tell you, I still work in the kitchens, I still cook, and I still wash my utensils. So welcome to the hospitality world. It's a beautiful industry, let me tell you that. And you wouldn't get to know this unless you worked here. Or hoga kya ki, you know, within 6 months, start realizing whether this industry is made for you or you made for this industry, because that is very important. Let me tell you, there are many jobs that you would find in the world. Most of the reason why a youngster chooses to join a hospitality institute is for many different reasons. Let me tell you, you know, my reason was not to become a passionate chef. My reason was completely different to join a hotel management institute, because I was here because I thought there is nothing too much to do here. Wash couple of dishes, make couple of dishes, and I will have enough time in my life to study for my medical ventures. But I'm very happy that, you know, today, a lot of people who come to join hotel management institutes are very clear about building a career into a hospitality industry. So, you know, this industry does not give you a job. It gives you a career, which is very important. And I will explain you the difference. So, you know, maybe one of your friends, you all are out of class 12. Maybe some of you have done graduation. And you will see that, you know, when you start working in a hotel, and you have a friend who has done his MBA, but maybe that friend has now got a job in a call center at 50,000 rupees a month. But on the other hand, you have graduated from a culinary, from a hotel management college, and your starting job is only 16,000, let's say. Okay, on an average, this is the paying structure at an entry level. So let's say you're getting 16,000 and your friend is getting 50,000. At that is the time, you know, your parents will also be upset on you. "Ki, what have you done? You work 16 hours a day, you work 14 hours a day, and you get only 16,000 rupees. Look at your friend, he did an MBA, he's getting 50,000, he works only 8-hour shifts." So at some point in time, it becomes very frustrating. But let me tell you, after 4 years, your friend might have gone to 60,000 or a 70,000. But you, my friend, could have gone from a 16,000 to 1 lakh, even more, because this industry offers you a career and it is completely based on your skill, your attitude, and your development. This industry doesn't talk about that, okay, you are senior, you have spent 3 years, so let's promote you. There are people who have been 20 years in an organization at the same level, but there have been people who have become the president of the organization in 10 years. Because for that 20 years person, it has been 1 year of experience repeated 20 years, 20 times in his life. But for that 10 years person, it has been a 10 years of experience. So what you make out of this industry, my friends, is up to you. The industry has a lot of opportunities, let me tell you. The tourism is growing big time in our country. Of course, because with the COVID, everything is slightly on a slow right now. But if you see, even in the lockdown, what was the highest number of posts in social? Ranveer Barar, Vikas Khanna, and people trying to hit on YouTube videos on how to make delicious food at home. So food really bound the family together. So food and hospitality, all these things were on a biggest growth even while this lockdown happened. Though the restaurants and hotels closed, but home deliveries increased. So food and entertainment and tourism industry is something that will never go down. People right now are looking for opportunities when everything will get over and they will go for their little holiday to some place. You know, so that is the beauty of our industry, that you have many, many growth opportunities. Now, my second advice to all of you is, if some of you think that you're coming into this college or hospitality institute because you want to become a celebrity, yeah, it's possible. I will not deny that it's not possible. But only this hospitality industry doesn't make you a celebrity. You have, if this creates a platform for you, rest the onus lies completely up to you, because there is no course done in a hospitality institute to make you a celebrity person on the television. So if you're looking at Sanjeev Kapoor, Vikas Khanna, and that is the reason you want to be a chef, you can of course get inspired by them, but don't feel dejected when you actually don't become a celebrity or a TV artist. You will become one day, but you'll have to work hard, you'll have to strive, and everything will come to you. All the chefs who are now coming on television screens have worked really hard for many years, washing utensils, washing floors, everything. Then if you think you have a lot of money in this, let me tell you, money will come to you, but not initially. So money will come at a very later stage in your life. For that, you have to be really patient. And the problem with a lot of millennials and the young people that I see today is they don't have patience. Because in their first salary, they're thinking, what phone will I buy? When will I get my first car? When will I make my first trip abroad? So those are the things, that are most frustrating, because when you see your friends doing that in other organizations because of whatever field they've got into, then it frustrates you a lot. In my generation and time, people used to switch, companies. If we had to switch a job, I would switch from one company to another. But looking at the trends of generation today, you switch the career completely. So today somebody is a chef. After 4 years, he decides that, okay, I want to be a lawyer. And then he becomes a lawyer. And after 4 years, he now wants to become an engineer. So that is the shift that is happening. So it's very dynamic. I wouldn't say this is bad or good. But all I'm saying is that hospitality industry is something that is far-fetched, that you have to look at from a longer perspective in mind. It is not something that will give you very initial results. third point is that you will get to go abroad. Yes, possibility in kitchens, in food and beverage. You know, I have rarely seen a lot of housekeeping or front office people go abroad, because a food and beverage or a kitchen particularly is a very skill oriented thing. So as in skill, if somebody wants an Indian chef in Europe or US or something, they will hire you. So you'll have far more opportunities to go abroad and work in kitchen per se, and not necessarily in all the other departments. Other thing, your family has to be really supportive of you. Because, you know, my friends, if this industry you're thinking hotel management, I will become a manager. Yes, you will. But before that, you will have to start doing the jobs at all levels. So in our industrial training days, we have cleaned guest toilets, we have cleaned, mopped the floor, we have lifted guest luggage, you know, everything we have done. And it was a service to the guest. So this is not something that you will do as a part of the job. It has to come from within. And that is the beauty of the service industry. One, it teaches you work ethics. It teaches you no work is big or small. It really, you know, even today, I will speak to my floor cleaner with more respect, because he has been cleaning that floor for last 20 years of his life. So he is great in my eyes, you know, for the amount of hard work that he puts in. So it teaches you the dignity of labor. There is no work which is big or small. So that is the beauty of this industry. It teaches you to survive in any conditions anywhere, because you're working really hands-on and you're skilled. Your skill nobody can take away from you. You know, if in this COVID all the hotels shut down, you know, we as chefs have the potential to you know, prepare food at home and give on home deliveries. So this industry really teaches you to survive. Yes, it is very hardworking, and why I say your parents need to have passion, understanding for this, because, you know, if you will cry and crib that you clean toilets today, you clean floor today, and if your parents say, "Arey, ye kaam to hamare yahan jamadar karta hai," कुछ भी नहीं, 14-16 घंटे तुम काम करते हो. So it can become very frustrating. So you have to look beyond that. And when I say look beyond that, you know, let me give you a small story. And the story is of John F. Kennedy. I hope that all of you know who's John F. Kennedy. If some of you don't know, start reading news. Newspapers and general awareness is one of the most important things in hospitality industry. So John F. Kennedy was the president of United States of America. Many years ago, when he visited NASA, he saw a guy called Mr. Brown. And Mr. Brown was whistling and sweeping the floor of the NASA. So John F. Kennedy saw him so happy, and he walked across to him and says, "How are you? My name is John Kennedy, and I'm the president of United States of America." And he says, "Hello, I am Brown, and I work here at NASA." So president happened to ask him that, you know, "How come you're so happy? I'm the president of United States of America, and I'm very stressed all the time. You know, you are so happy. What are you doing? What are you doing?" That was the simple question to Mr. Brown, who was a cleaner and who was cleaning the floor. Can I ask any one of you here, what do you think was the answer of Mr. Brown that had tear in John F. Kennedy's eyes? What could have been his answer to the President of United States of America when he was asked, "What are you doing?" Anybody can tell me. Please unmute yourself. Or are you logged by the administrators and you can't talk? Then it's fine. I will give you the answer. But if you can unmute, anybody is open to say the answer. Anyone? Okay. Okay, right. You can't do that. But okay, fine. So I don't know.
Maybe they can.
Afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
It's the job that makes you happy.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Yes.
Sir, hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I think we need to mute everybody. We need to mute everybody. Sorry, we need to mute everybody because there
Yes.
is a lot of-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me give you that answer, and I'm sure that we all have thought of various answers, but none of those answers.
शेफ बाली को अनम्यूट करो.
Sorry.
Chef
Yeah.
Bali, you need to.
Yes. So I'm sure that you have thought of very good answers, but none of these answers, like I enjoyed my work and I'm working 16 hours a day, would have brought tear into John F. Kennedy's eyes. So the answer that Mr. Brown gave was, "Dear President, I'm helping put the man on the moon." In any way, he didn't say he was cleaning the floor. He says, "I am helping put a man on the moon." Now, what a deep psychological answer that shook John F. Kennedy to say, wow. When you feel a part of the hotel you're working for, then you look at a bigger picture. Then you don't look at that I'm washing a utensil or I'm removing dirty plates from the guest. You are helping yourself by increasing your skill. You are helping the organization grow, and hence you are growing with the organization. You are getting experience. So it is not about the job that you're doing, but it's about the whole setup that is happening in your career. So if you look at hospitality from that point of view, then no work will be big or small. Otherwise, your own relatives will be telling your parents, "अरे कहाँ फंसा दिया बेटे को? इससे अच्छा MBA करा लेते, कहाँ बर्तन मांजेगा, क्या झाड़ू पोछा कर रहा है, क्या जमादार वाला काम है ना?" So all these things your parent will have to listen to. But on top of that, if you come home and crib about all this, then you are doubly firming their thing to say, हाँ हमने तो गलती कर दी, हमारा बच्चा भी परेशान है, हमने पैसे भी खर्च किए. So, you have to find the passion in your trade. Trust me, in 1 year, you will come to know whether you are made for this industry or no. Don't drag on to this industry because it is a passion. It's a sheer passion to serve people. It's a passion to cook food. So when we are cooking food, it's not only about just cooking food. You have to understand so much about the food. Where do the ingredients come from? What is the food cost? How will my decisions make an impact on the business? Now chefs are working on artificial intelligence. Chefs are working on the technology on which Bitcoin works. For example, it's called sorry, I'm forgetting the name, but yeah, blockchain concepts. So the blockchain concepts is coming into in the kitchen. Artificial intelligence in terms of heavy machinery. So cooking in a professional kitchen is not like what you see at your home. It's a very, very professional setup where you have a team of more than 200 people working there. And slowly and steadily, one day you have to become the manager and the chef in charge of that entire kitchen, where you have to conduct appraisals, you have to lead by example, you have to manage the cost, you have to see what's happening in the international world. So there is just a lot of things that come with the kitchen. But let me tell you, nothing is easy. It is a lot of hard work. It is 14 to 16 hours every day. At some times you will not look forward to another day and say that "Kash ye subah na ho," because you'll have blisters in your feet. But tell me, what is not tough? You think for the soldiers working in the Siachen glaciers fighting the Chinese troops, is that easy? And so nothing is easy. You think being a doctor is easy in these corona times, to be in a place set up where you have patients with corona and people are risking their life? Is that easy? Is the engineer's job easy when they have to go and build bridges when there are no resources? So my dear friend, nothing is easy. It is all the state of the mind. So, but whatever you choose, you have to love doing that. If you have compassion, if you have passion, if you have patience, if you have perseverance, then this industry is really a cakewalk for you. But if you're coming here because you'll get good money, because you'll become a celebrity chef, because you'll get to go abroad, then I think you are running the race, like Milkha Singh, who's interested in getting one glass of milk. If you're lucky, you will win the race and become an Olympic champion. But you need to be passionate about running rather than the glass of milk. So Milkha Singh was lucky that with the glass of milk, he got motivated to join running. But slowly, running became his passion. Running became his way of life. So sure, if you're coming in with all these things in mind about celebrity chef, going abroad, these are the glass of milk for you. But sure, you need, if you don't do, then you will be nowhere. Then you will be crying and just carrying on. And this industry is not for people who cry and crib. So that is my thing to you. If anybody has any questions, you may put up in chat window and I'll be happy to answer. I'm sure parents have a lot of questions. If individually you have questions, then you may write to me on my Instagram. My handle is chef.bali. I'll be happy to answer your queries there. Thank you.
Chef Bali, why don't you just tell the students about how they should prepare to get a job?
Sorry, Anirudh, I can't hear. I can't hear you.
Just tell students how to prepare themselves in hotels like Youngster and
Anirudh, can you type your question? You're just not audible at all. Anirudh, I can't hear anything.
Hello.
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, just how to if they want to get a job.
Anirudh, the voice is cracking. I can't hear anything. You can maybe send a message on WhatsApp, maybe.
Hello, I'm audible now?
Yeah, you are very faint.
Just tell the students
how they should prepare.
Okay, prepare for OCLP. Anirudh, are you asking how to prepare for OCLP?
Yeah.
Or how to prepare for the industry? Okay, I can't hear properly, but I believe you're asking how to prepare, how to get prepared for this industry. So, first of all, it's very important for you to learn the theoretical things in the hospital, in the college that you'll be doing, but then be able to apply those learning in the hotel when you go for your first industrial training. Industrial training in some cases is for 3 months, some cases it's for 6 months. And whatever you've learned in a school, in your college, you are going to see that practically happen. Now, see, the thing is that, it is up to you what you have to learn. I mean, if you have all seen the movie Karate Kid, the hospitality industry almost works like that, where the master is teaching you karate, but not directly. In Karate Kid, the person is cleaning the car, wearing the jacket, and then he's learning the karate moves. So that is what happens in a hospitality industry, because everybody is very pressed for time. Rarely people have time to stop and teach you things step by step. It will happen in few cases, but many a times you're so busy that you are just doing work back to back. So create a learning objective for you in your mind. Don't just work like a donkey. Don't work hard, work smart. So for example, somebody has given you 20 kilos of onions to peel. Don't just stand there and slice onions and then at the end of the day come crying home कि आज सारा दिन बस प्याज ही छीला, एक बोरी प्याज छील दिया मैंने. Now the thing is, nobody will teach you this, but you have to self-learn. Ki okay, I have been given this 20 kilos of onions to chop or peel. What learnings can I derive from this activity? One, how much after peeling, how much is the weight of the onion? You will understand waste analysis. You will understand the yield management. You will understand that how much of real onions you get after peeling onions. Now, if you chop onion, you can actually do the time and motion study to say how much time does it take to chop one onion. So which means that, you know, if you're doing tomorrow your staff recruitment, you are getting to know that if this person is going to do these jobs will take in so much of time. When you give tomorrow 50 kilo onion cost to somebody to peel and chop, you know that for how much time this person will be occupied. But now this is a theory that's not written in a book. This is not a theory that a chef manager will teach you, but this is your self-learning. So look at every job around you and say, what 3-4 learnings I can have from this. Focus on quality. Don't focus on speed. Speed will come with practice. So focus on the quality. Get in slicing the onions to the same thickness rather than focusing on the speed of slicing an onion. Follow health and hygiene practices. Make sure you wear gloves every time. Not only when somebody is on an inspection. Learn good habits. So learning good habits will go a long way because it will stay as a part of your life. Don't do shortcuts. The shortcuts in the hospitality industry are called jhatka. So don't maro jhatkas, right? Learn things proper way, but yes, also learn a jhatka because at time when you are pressed for time, without compromising on quality, you can do that shortcut to enhance or fasten your process. But maybe that is not good in the longer run. So focus on quality, focus on time management, focus on quality, and let nobody else point out the mistake. You should know the mistake. Little sculptor, a murtikar, was doing a big murti. And then, you know, and then he stood down and he wanted to break that murti and make again. So the passerby came in and said, you know why? He said, you know, there's a little crack near the eye. He said, "Arey, itna dur se to dikh bhi nahi raha. Nobody can see it." He said, "Yeah, I know nobody can see it, but I know there's a crack there. I can see it." You know, that is the quality, that is the passion, that is the drive that you must have. That ye nahi hai ki koi dekh nahi raha. You are able to watch it. You know, so those are the kind of few things that are required. So definitely you will get into the industry, you'll work hard. But if you make that your passion, if you derive learning out of it, then trust me, at times you will forget to have lunch or dinner. And you know, school mein kabhi bolte the na teacher, homework nahi kiya, khana bhul gaye the. But in hospitality industry, it really happens. Sometimes you forget to have lunch or dinner because you're so engrossed in your work. So that's it. Thank you.